know and understand that there are kids involved in these situations that don't deserve to be in these situations, and that's really unfortunate. So my name is Marlin Froese, and I've been involved with Genesis House on the board for a couple years between 2018 and 2021. I first became aware of Genesis House when I was a young kid through Sunday school, and then later on through a number of hockey events with domestic violence. What motivated me to join the board was to give back to the community and support the domestic violence cause in our community. Being involved with the board got me exposed more kind of even at a provincial level, understanding different needs in the various communities across Manitoba and Canada in some of those cases. It's really unfortunate that we have this need in the communities, but I'm happy that we're doing something about it and providing some supports for those that are in need of shelter and a safe haven. So people need to know that it's out there, that it's happening. Generally, it's not something that happens out in the public, it's things that happen behind closed doors. This is a challenge that we have in our communities, and it's not going away anytime soon. But to make sure that the support options are out there for those folks is critically important to our communities. From a board perspective, you try to stay at the governance level, and a lot of that is tied to budget and making sure the appropriate funding mechanisms are in place. And so just the support of our South Central region from a financial perspective was really incredible, and so that was really very pleasing to see that there was folks out in the community that really wanted to continue to support the cause. For me, the biggest impacts, being a father of young children, when you hear stories of the way that the children are involved in some of these domestic violence situations, it just really breaks your heart. And so when you hear stories of folks being able to be somewhat, distanced from some of those domestic violence situations, it makes you feel good about the work that the organization's doing. I'm happy that there's hope for these families moving forward, and that we can hopefully break the family circle that gets caught in these domestic violence situations. One of the most significant challenges we faced as a board of Genesis House was the pandemic starting in 2020. A difficult thing to see at that level was the numbers dropping in terms of how many families were being supported, and you knew that we hadn't solved the issue, but it was just being pushed further beneath the surface, and it was really challenging and disheartening to see that during those years. Yeah, looking forward to the next 40 years of Genesis House, some of the biggest opportunities are to continue to do the great work in the community that they already are doing, and taking that to the next level, and providing increased supports and transitionary housing and those sorts of things to the folks that need to continue to live their lives and live new lives in some cases. Just looking forward to kind of expanding that reach and helping more families that need those support mechanisms, and also just continue to grow the awareness in general within the communities that we live. I would encourage families to just ask more questions. It's not always an easy topic to chat about or to ask questions about it, but find someone that may be involved, talk to someone that might be on the board or volunteering in some way with the organization. There's never a wrong question to ask. Check out the website, learn more about the organization, all the great work they're doing. I know the folks at Genesis House are always out on the road and coming to community events and that sort of thing to make sure that the awareness is, continues to be heightened in our communities, and all the great work that the team's doing. Yeah, what I would say to someone that's experienced or experiencing domestic violence is that there's always hope, and don't give up. Just don't quit on yourself, don't quit on your family, on your kids. There's always hope for you, and just keep on pushing.